Hey folks, hope you're all doing well. For this week's comic dub, I'm doing a scene that's one of my personal favorites from IDW's Rom series. Unfortunately, it's one of those that you may need some context in order to understand what's going on. The series is based on a toy that didn't sell so well, but Rom had his own series with Marvel back in the day, and it was quite successful. However, due to rights issues, you'll probably find it difficult to obtain those comics. Still, Hasbro owns the rights to the character of Rom, and as such, a couple years ago, they had IDW make a series based on Rom as part of an admittedly forced attempt to make a shared universe with their Transformers comics, since everyone wants an MCU these days. However, despite that, I honestly feel that IDW's take on Rom was one of the best titles to come out of that universe, and I enjoyed it. Though I wish it had a proper ending instead of the one we got, but that's a story for another time. To put the premise in a nutshell for those who don't know, Rom is an alien wearing a suit of power armor that he uses to fight the Dire Wraiths, a race of evil, shape-shifting, parasitic space wizards. Here's a little recap session to help you get up to speed with the story. The evil Dire Wraiths have escaped to Earth, but are hounded by a knight of the Soul Star Order, the one feared more than all others. He is Rom, the Wraith Slayer, Rom, the Space Knight. Having followed the Dire Wraiths across the galaxy, Rom finds they have infiltrated all levels of society, hiding in plain sight, replacing many humans in key leadership positions. The Wraiths plan to dominate the planet, and everyone on it is gaining momentum. But Rom finds resistance from the humans as well, who fear he is just another alien invading Earth. He is joined in the battle by two other Soul Star Knights, Livia, Rom's former lover, whose bloodlust stems from her scarred past with the Dire Wraiths, and Orphion, their commanding officer, who lost his world to the Dire Wraiths and seeks their destruction, no matter the cost. At this moment, the knightly trio has foiled one of the Wraiths' operations, but from the fight, Livia is severely injured by a powerful Wraith called the Absence, and Orphion seeks to use the Wraith's own machine to destroy them by blowing up the Earth itself. Just how will our hero handle this predicament? And now, on with the show. Commander, help me! The Absence drained Livia's energy, all that keeps her armor alive, into whatever hellish dimension he walks. She is mere moments away from death! My own reserves are weak from battle. I'm trying to recharge her, but it's not enough. Please, she was loyal to you!
She was loyal to the Order. That is what you have never understood, Rom. The Order is greater than you, greater than me, greater than any one knight. Though it's with a heavy heart, I must send my energy where it is needed most.
Orphion! You cite honor and duty for your every action, but I say you profane the words! Our code is a guide. You use it as an excuse. An excuse not to think, not to feel, not to make painful decisions for yourself. You cite responsibility to absolve yourself from responsibility, but I will hold you to account. Livia is your partner, your friend. If you let her die when you could save her, if you destroy Earth when its people should be our allies, you are no longer a Soul Star Knight. And no longer a man. You should have been a lawyer. I fear we were...
What have you idiots done? You wasted your power on me? Now we can't detonate Earth's core until we've recharged. By that time, human authorities, perhaps even Cybertronians, will have been drawn here by our battle. You've thrown away our chance.
Better than throwing your life away.
I never want to be the reason for abandoning our duty. If you truly cared for me, not some long-lost fantasy of what you wish we could be, you'd have respected my wishes.
Nothing has been abandoned, merely delayed. We can destroy this world from another place, at another time. But until then, you have my attention, Rom. Stop telling me why this Earth of yours is worth saving, and show me.
Well, that de-escalated a bit, but I still love that scene because of Rom's speech. It's honestly one of the best examples of the reason you suck speech trope that I've ever read, and I think the trope's name is pretty self-explanatory. I may revisit this series another time if people want more or if I feel like it. If you're interested in reading IDW's Rom for yourself, the entire series is collected in Rom Cold Fire Hot War. For completion's sake, Rom appeared in the crossover Revolution. The plot with the Dire Wraiths was resolved in the miniseries Rom and the Micronauts. A crossover called Rom vs. Transformers takes place before this series, and Rom's story officially ends in IDW's Transformers Unicron, the official finale of the IDW Hasbroverse before they rebooted everything. The links for both the digital and paperback collections are in the description below. Also, don't forget to check out my original comic, Blazer, on DeviantArt. It's a science fantasy story about a guy who finds himself mysteriously transported to an alien world ruled by elemental giants and the choices he has to make to survive. If any of that interests you, the link for it is in the description as well. As always, let me know what you thought of this dub and give me suggestions for scenes you'd like to see me do in the comments below. Click the like and subscribe buttons if you want to see more comic dubs, and have a most wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Take care.